Okay, upon request, there was somebody who dropped me a note and welcome back to Indian Trace and said, how would you just choose out, a handful of what your favorites are? And I said, well, every time I look at the box full of Indian Trace, which some of it's right here, it seems that another handful of favorites jump out. And what I mean by that, and I've never made a video like this, so this is going to be really cool. I want to put these together for you and give you a close-up and just take some time with each of these, at least right now, at least today. We're going to take a close-up at some of these because these, for right now, are my favorites. And that could change in 5 minutes because as I did my count, you're looking at, in this box, if those of you who haven't seen, this seven tray compartment box. Some of you are new on here, and some of you know already. So it's about 850 completely stellar whole pieces. I mean, which to me is a mind blower. I don't even know how they all came in, but it's just fantastic. And for me, it's been a great way to keep pieces of history and of Indian Trace. And you can just see some of this stuff. And even in the smaller compartments, there's just so much that can fit in. Where you can rearrange it, you can pull them out, you can get them in a frame, that sort of stuff. Even in the lower boxes. Just some great stuff. Just look at one compartment here. It's all stellar stuff. But listen, I want to just talk a little bit about this today and take some time. Favorites, right? As we get going and kicking off, it's my sacrifice. I've actually sent out 2 packages. Let me see if I can get a good angle on some of this stuff and figure out the right way to go around as I talk about this. Where I've chosen some pieces that are just my favorites like this and send them out. Crystal piece, actually, I'll do this first because I sent a smoky quartz piece out that was just screaming. And it's just worthwhile to also press yourself to see what you can share with others, which is what this community is about, and especially with others who can't or don't have the place to get out and find. And sometimes it seems like I don't. I didn't find but a little broken piece today in a place that I thought I'd go, but I got scooped. And that's okay. I want other people to get out there and find. And all of our sites, as we know, are not private. Nice piece there, close up of smoky quartz. One of my favorite pieces. This is a favorites video. I mean, look at this from Notchville. Just a fantastic save here. And these, I want to see if I have enough time to show you both sides. And a lot of these, although this was looking pretty perfect right here, and a lot of these do look fairly perfect. I don't know how they grade them and necessarily, what one person's going to call a G10, but they're G10s in my heart. For example, look at this piece. I love this piece. Love it. I just love it just because of its size and what have you. And I doubt it would be graded a G10 by Overstreet or whatever, but it sure is to me. And that's where we get into being able to just find something that you love and send it out to somebody else and just say, listen, it's my sacrifice for what we're able to find out there and enjoy. Now turn around and find something that you love and send it to somebody else. So, as I'm sure you might hear a little bit more in the community, and Dirty Water Jones is going to put that out there. Look at this piece. How they can make quartz. Some people say it's a little rough, but this stuff is so hard to make and so hard to carve. You can see it's ground down near the base. Well, hopefully you can see that. Smooth as can be. That piece is one of my favorites. Just an awesome piece to me. Even though I guess it has some rough angles, that, if you can just see it, found a place in my heart to be a favorite. I mean, it is about 2 inches, a little more than 2 inches. Just a stellar piece. It's my favorite, one of them. Now look at this thing from Notchville. I'm looking at my time, trying to make sure we don't get too far ahead of everything on this, but I wanted to show you some pieces that I consider diverse and just stellar from eastern North Carolina. Look at the bottom, how they always bevel it just a little. If I can get my focus going. Definite, definite. And you wouldn't believe how smooth and well worked it is. It's a little thicker, but I don't mind points like that. Of course, it slides in there. Today, just as one I'd grab out and show you guys some of this collection close up, which some of you said you really like it when I do that. So, you know, why not? Look at this. Jumping up to a Guilford. Found this at Notchville, too, and just was real happy about it. Of course, right? A Guilford round base. And then I have another Guilford over here that's just stellar as well that I found at the Cascade. And those are both rhyolite Guilfords. Look at the difference in the color, the patina. Different type of rhyolite, but it sure is rhyolite right here on a real smoker, if I can get my focus working. Look at this piece. I want to show you this just close up. There is nothing broken on it. Exactly the way they relieved it at the bottom. And that's a nice piece here in North Carolina. I'm trying to beat 10 minutes, so let me move right along. This is an interesting piece. Serrated, of course, everybody likes serration, but see, there's nothing broken. It's a little unbalanced, so people might not call it G10, but they made this and kept the cortex on there. They didn't need to take it off. Look at this. Look at the base here. Cortex. They didn't need to take it off. Unbelievable piece from the Archaic. Of course, it's got a tip that just doesn't end. And here's another serrated piece from the Bear. Smooth as can be on this bottom here. Just great ancient hunting points. Just a handful I pulled out today and said, you know, this is real favorites of mine. Great piece. Just a great tour. My goodness, this is good stuff. A little slow out there today. I got a lot of places open and ready. One of the first points I found in collecting, and a place that I call Site 5E, 5 East. This is a good point. Very nice quartz work, which they did exceptional quartz work around here. Even sugar quartz, like this piece here. Grayish sugar quartz. That's just as nice on the other side too. It's a great piece. See the thickness of it. This is real just going to be for a group of rock studiers today, rock lovers. And of course, I'm going to go with this next. I had to put this in there and I had to grab it out. I do almost every time. This is incredible quartz work they do around here. No limitations in how they mastered this stone. Hard as can be. Just look at this stuff. No limitations. Unbelievable, right? Give you an idea of its size in my hand and what it looks like. If the focus is working. Incredible piece. Found that at the Cascade as well. So as we finish up here in 30 seconds or so, this is a piece here that I found at the dunes that is just one of my favorites, and I'll finish with it. Look at this piece. See, it's rough. A lot of people wouldn't call it G10, but in my heart it is. This is a nice piece altogether. Look at this. Just one of my favorite sizes. So I want to thank you just for checking out at least what I would call here from Indian Trace, some of my favorites. Just using a little time to honor them. North American Indian were worthwhile. And, you know, thanks a lot for tuning into Indian Trace. I appreciate it.